talking about a lot of stuff that I got going on in my heart right now and in my mind, about my wife, Jennifer. It's such a crazy situation, man. My wife has been dealing with stage 4. It was breast cancer. It started off as breast cancer since 2017. And what's crazy, you would never even think she had cancer. It's crazy. It's like she made a decision. She said, I am going to live to see my children grow up. We had two beautiful kids. We still have them. We have Michael and Sophia, you know, beautiful family we have. And when she got cancer, at first it was 2015. And my daughter Sophia at the time was only 1 years old. She was born in 2014. And she said, no, I want to see my kids. I want to see them grow up. I'm going to fight this thing. And she won. She saw Michael, grow up to be 14, Sophia grow up to be 11. That's a lot. She did an amazing thing against all odds, against all odds. But this year, this new year, 2025, was the worst year of our family's life. It's the worst year, certainly, of my life, my wife's life. The cancer just got to the point now. It spread too much. It spread to the brain. It spread to the spinal cord tunnel, and she has a very, very rare cancer. Thank you, Angie. I love you, Angie. I pinned the comment. How you doing, Angie? God bless you. I love you. I appreciate all of your love and support. So does my wife. So does my family. You are the best. You always, you just always been there for us. We love you. I love you. This is a tough one, Angie. This is really a tough one. This is a really tough one. The type of cancer that my wife has, like, you need treatment, like, right away. Like, ASAP, right away. She has a really, I love you too. We all love you, Angie. She has a really rare cancer where it goes to the brain and to the spinal cord tunnel. It's called the lepto disease. If you look it up, it's really not good. If you look it up, lepto, MENINGEAL disease, typically without no treatment, it's measured, your life is measured in months. It could be like 2 months. It's not a joke. With treatment, it can be still a very short time, 6 months. Some people get lucky. Some people, if they respond well to the treatment, it could be a year. One person actually lived 9 years. It was like a miraculous, it was like a miracle thing. The problem is, okay, I can't get my wife any treatment. This is what the problem is. Okay, the hospital keeps telling me the same shit. As far as treating the cancer is concerned, they don't want to do it. And I'm like, well, why not? They're like, well, it's at a point where it's spread too much to do any type of surgery. They're like, that would be fatal. That would hurt her. And she has an obstruction in her brain that was caused by one of the tumors, but she also recently had a shunt put in, and it's possible that the shunt could actually help that obstruction. So if that happens, it might open up the door to some treatment directly to the brain. So we'll see what happens. Right now, nobody wants to treat her because she's critically, critically ill. That's it. She's on a ventilator. My wife has been on a ventilator for 15 days. Tomorrow will be day 16. You're not supposed to be on a ventilator that long. It's really crazy. Ugh, it's crazy. This whole situation is just mind-boggling. I can't even. It's the only reason I talk about this. A lot of people ask me, they're like, "Why do you even make videos? Why do you do live streams on this?" You want to know what the truth is? Because the YouTube community is like my family. I don't have a support system. My wife was my support system. I talk with my kids, but they're kids, and typically, they're having their fun, and they want to do, I don't want to disturb them from being children. This is some really heartbreaking stuff. I just want to be there for them. I want to make them happy, my kids. So I really don't have, my mother's in the hospital. Well, not the hospital. It's like the rehab, the assisted living. and she's got pneumonia too, if you could believe that. D Nice, JHP or FMJ. I'm not really sure what you mean, brother. Is that a hospital? I'm not really sure what you're referring to. Is that a stock? My mind is a little busy right now. You got to forgive me. I'm not really myself right now, you know. But getting back, I'm at a point right now. I just want to get my wife home. You know, you were asking for tip options. Um, anything could be done through Cash App. I don't know if you see the comment that's pinned with Angie. That's my Cash App. It's the $ Richard Lavoy. I'll spell it out. The $RICHARD, L as in Larry, E as in Edward, V as in Victor, O as in Oreo, I as in Idaho. Any entertainment tip to my Cash App is greatly appreciated to help our family in our time of need. And in exchange, I upload a short video for you. I write a beautiful jazz blues composition on the piano. I call it the thank you song. So I will give you a big shout out, and I would write a beautiful song for you celebrating your good deed, also celebrating the wife of my wife's life, Jennifer, only 46 years old. God bless her. My best friend, my soulmate. This is very heartbreaking. You know, like I said, where I'm at right now, I just want to get my wife home. Thank you, Emmanuel. God bless you, brother. God bless you. And the only way I could get her home is if I get her off the ventilator. And I'm hoping she gets off soon because she wasn't breathing on her own. The other day, they were telling me, they were like, she wasn't breathing. Now, today, by some miracle, I was kissing her, hugging her. She started breathing again. So that's a step in the right direction. Okay, that's a step in the right direction. So just keep praying for her. But like I said, it's just, look, for the people who might be like all optimistic if she comes home, I got to figure out a way to get her treatment like right away. If I get her home, she's been living with this rare cancer that you're supposed to get treatment right away for. Thank you, Manuel. God bless you, brother. God bless you, brother. I appreciate that. My family appreciates it. We love you, Manuel. Big shout out to Manuel there for the super chat, helping our family, helping my wife. Like I said, God bless all of you. Super chats are greatly appreciated, and if it's the only option, of course, you know we understand. If it's love light, I love you, brother. You are the best. But wait, give me 1 second here. Love light. Your name is your name Tony Marie? That's your name, right? You're a beautiful person. You are a beautiful person. I just want to say thank you for all your love. Thank you for all your support. You have no idea how much it means to me. You have no idea how much it means to our family. So thank you, Blue Boat. God bless you. God bless you, Tony Marie. What? Oh, thank you, Blue Boat. Michael was telling me that he sent you over here. Yes, I made a video for your love light. I hope you enjoyed it. You deserve it. God bless. And as I was saying, anybody who does have access to Cash App, which is pinned, the comment is pinned. I don't know if you can see the pinned comment if it shows up, Angie, but it's the $, Richard Lavoy. Thank you, Blue Boat. It's the $RICHARD, L as in Larry, E as in Edward, V as in Victor, OI. What I'm basically just trying to do at this point is get my wife home. I want to get a nice hospital bed for her. I want to get her a lot of care, nurses, physical therapy. How you doing, Moon Boots? I want to see, because right now conventional treatments, they're saying no to her. They're saying no. They're saying no to conventional cancer treatments for my wife. My wife is in the hospital right now, Love Light. She's literally, as we're talking, she is in the hospital on a ventilator. She's been on a ventilator for 15 days. She has not eaten any food through her mouth. I mean, they have her on a feeding tube, but she hasn't eaten any food or any drink for 34 days. It's really, really crazy. I was at the hospital today and I was visiting her, and she was doing this. She can't talk because there's tubes in her mouth, right? So she was doing this. Look. So I was asking her. I was like, what are you asking me for food? And she's like this, and she's nodding. I was like, do you want something to drink? Do you know how heartbreaking that shit is? I can't give her any food for two reasons, and I can't give her a drink. And I'm going to explain to you the reason why. First of all, she could aspirate. She's also dealing with aspiration pneumonia because of the cancer in the brain. This stuff is so effing heartbreaking. She's having trouble chewing and swallowing. So that's what caused the aspiration pneumonia. She ate something, she chewed on something, and it went down the wrong pipe. So there's two pipes that we have in our throat. One pipe goes to the esophagus, to our stomach. The other pipe goes to the airway, to the lungs. When food or liquid goes to the airway, you could aspirate and it could form pneumonia. So I can't give her anything to drink. On top of that, she has a food tube up her nose, and she has this tube in her mouth that's giving her, the oxygen through the ventilator. So it's physically impossible to give her any type of food or drink. Yeah, Blue Boat, it's horrible, man. Tyrone and Jamal, uh, you guys make me laugh. You guys, the old days, that was the good old days, the glory days with Lou. Yeah. Hey man, Lou, rest in peace. God bless him. It's so heartbreaking, man. This stuff is like, oh man, this is like next level stuff, man. This is like, I have never in my life encountered the pain and the suffering that I am going through right now. Like I said, look, I'm just trying to be a little positive. I'm trying to be optimistic. My wife wasn't breathing 2 days ago. The ventilator was doing all the work for her. Literally, the ventilator was pumping oxygen and she wasn't breathing. It was pumping oxygen in her lungs and keeping her alive. Something happened today. I grabbed her. I was kissing her. I didn't grab her hard, but just a sign of love, a show of love. And I'm hugging her and I'm kissing her. And I said to her, Jen, you got to be strong, honey. You got to be strong. You got to fight this thing. I said, your children need you. I need you. We need you, honey. We need you. And something happened. It was like a miracle from God. It really was, where she started to breathe on her own. Like the doctor confirmed it. There was actually, she was taking breaths. Now you might say that's a great thing, but she's got like the road that this girl has ahead of her is freaking crazy. She's got a road ahead of her. Like, I'll just give you like an example. Let's say that she continues breathing well. Okay. And I hope to God she does. In order for her to get off the ventilator, she has one major obstacle. When they took the tubes, she was once on a ventilator before, and they took her temporarily off. She threw up. Now, why did she throw up? Because when they're taking out the tubes that are in her throat, it causes like a gag reflux. It happens to anybody. Reflex, excuse me. And she threw up. Now, what happens? Because again, she has the cancer in the brain, which is making it difficult for her to swallow or chew. She aspirates, and if she aspirates and pneumonia forms once again in her lungs, it starts back pretty much from the beginning. And you don't want that. I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Jennifer definitely doesn't want that. So the thing is, it's a major risk to take her off the ventilator, but obviously you have to take her off the ventilator at some point. So unfortunately, it's a risk that you can't avoid. You have to do it. So that's what we're facing right now. Thank you, Shell. God bless you, brother. God bless you, Tyrone and Jamal. You are a good father and husband, Apefather. Hopefully, God protects Jed and your family and you. I really hope so. I pray to God every day and every night for my wife. Man, this is heartbreaking stuff, man. You don't understand something. Look, I'm going to just tell you something, and I don't know if you're going to understand this or not. We've all experienced, I would think, pain in our lives. At some point, we've all experienced possibly losing someone very special to us, very dear to our hearts. And I am not taking away anyone's pain. Listen to me. Your pain, God bless you or God bless your family, is very real. And my heart goes out to you for anyone you've lost in your life. And again, I'm not saying anything, but I will say this. When my grandmother Anna died, okay, I'll just give you an example. I was so close to her. I loved my grandmother Anna. She was 96 years old. At the funeral, everybody's crying, everybody's breaking down. I wasn't. Now you might say, why weren't you crying? Did you love your grandmother? Very much. I love my grandmother very much with all my heart, my soul. You want to know why I wasn't crying? Because she was 96 years old. That is what's called a celebration of life. All of us could only hope, right? All of us could only hope and we could only dream that we could live to 96. Okay? So, and let me tell you something. She was as sharp as a knife. My grandma was a tank. She was an Italian tank. This is not someone who was 96 who was old. This was someone who was a powerhouse. She reminded me of like Mickey from the movie Rocky. You ever see the movie Rocky? Sylvester Stallone. You know, Mickey, get up, you son of a bitch. Of course, Mickey loves you. That's kind of like how my grandmother was. Very tough, man. Tough as nails. Tough. It's like it reminds me of the movie Rocky. He goes, you know, I feel like I can eat nails. Remember Apollo? Carl Weathers, may he rest in peace. And Rocky says to Apollo, he goes, you know, Apollo, I see those things in the garden, you know. I don't think I want to eat them. And Apollo says, what the F you talking about, Rocky? You know, like snails. I didn't say nothing about snails. I said nails. Nails. But anyway, just a little humor to break up. I'm talking a lot of very heartfelt, sad things right now. The thing is that I just want to get my wife home. That's it. I want to get her home as soon as possible, but it's definitely going to be, there's just a lot of finances involved. You know, I want to get her, you know, a lot of things, certain things are not covered by insurance. Certain things are, certain things aren't. I want to see if I can get her some kind of treatment, holistic, if anything. Any type of treatment, if conventional therapy, but that could be very expensive too. People don't realize there's just a lot of expenses, and I am reaching out to my YouTube friends and family and to my community. You are my family, all of you. I'm reaching out for help. Things are really tough right now, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna bullshit all of you. I am going through a tough ass effing time, a tough ass time. This is the worst time of my life, emotionally, everything, financially. It's hard. You know, it's hard. Like when my wife was around, I was, you know, let's just say I was a much different person than I am right now. I was happy. I'm not happy anymore. I'm losing. It's like she's everything to me, my wife. She's the love of my life. She's everything to my children. You know, and we're just going through an extremely heartbreaking, difficult time. And it's the only people I can reach out to is people like you on YouTube land. You're my family. And like I said, I try to do a beautiful service. I think it's a really nice service, what I offer. What it is that for anyone who would agree to give a very small entertainment tip, okay, on my Cash App, which is, if you see the comment is pinned, Angie's comment, it's the $ Richard Lavoie. You'll see the pinned comment right here, Angie, $RICHARDLE, V as in Victor, OI. I give a beautiful video that I upload on YouTube dedicated to your good deed. I call it the thank you song. I'm a piano player. I write a beautiful, I compose a beautiful jazz blues piece for your good deed. I'm gonna give you a big shout out on the video. It's a short video I upload on my YouTube channel, Apefather, and it's really to celebrate your good deed and celebrate my wife's life. Okay, so it's something if you consider, you'll see the comment is pinned. It could be as small as $1, $2, $3, whatever your heart desires. God bless you for your consideration. God bless your family. But with that said, I just want to get my wife home at this point. You know, these doctors are really pissing me off now. It's like they don't want to treat her. They feel that she's too high risk, but yet they're keeping her. It's like in this ventilator. It's like, get her out, man. It's like she's a prisoner, my wife, right now. They got her in restraints, if you could believe it. You might be like, what? They put these, it's not handcuffs. It's comfortable. It's like these, kind of like pillow-like cuffs. You know, they're very soft, but they're like, they're there to hold your arms down. You know, you might say, what the F? What are you talking about, Willis? They don't want her to pull out any type of, life-saving thing. Like, in other words, let's say, she tries or attempts to pull out the tube that's in her throat that's giving her oxygen. And, it could be just done because she's antsy. It could be done because she's nervous or wants to get up, get the F out of there. So they actually put restraints, if you could believe. I feel like my wife is a prisoner. You have no idea, man. I feel like this is like a situation where I got to pull like a John J. Rambo, Sylvester Stallone. I got to go down and rescue her. I got to go down there and rescue my wife, and I try every day. I go there and I visit her. I love her. I hug her. I kiss her. I take those damn restraints off. You bet your ass when I'm there. Oh, you bet your ass. I tell those nurses they can kiss my Italian ass. I say, listen, I'm watching her. Okay, I am watching her. She's not going to do anything. She's not going to take out any life saving equipment here, and they accept it. They're like, okay, but when I leave, they put it back on the restraint. It just breaks my heart, man. How much do you have to pay to the hospital? I would think insurance would cover. They cover the hospital stay. Yeah. But there are certain things that are not covered. Okay. There are certain things that are not part of insurance. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I'll give you a few examples. If I wanted to get her unconventional treatment, you understand that's holistic treatment that is not considered through the hospital because they're telling her no, Tyrone and Jamal. They're telling her they don't want to give her chemo. They don't want to do any more surgery. The cancer has spread too much. Holistic, just to give you one example, there's a million things that are not covered by the hospital, okay? But just to give you one thing, okay? It would be holistic, any type of holistic treatment. Now, you might be able to qualify where you get a nurse to come down, but not that much. Maybe a couple of days a week. You know what I mean? So if you wanted to get like someone, to come down a lot and help you a lot, that's not covered. You're gonna have to pay for private healthcare, at least under my insurance. They give you certain things. It's small things. It's small things. So there's a lot of stuff not included in the insurance. And I could go on and on and on. I mean, it just doesn't stop there. I could go on and on and on. There's so much stuff that, look, when your family member is facing potential death, okay, let me put it to you another way that maybe you'll understand it. You're willing to spend any amount of money. You'll spend millions if you had it. If you had it, you'll spend millions of dollars to potentially save their lives and keep them alive, wouldn't you? Like if I was Elon Musk, let me put it this way. If I was Elon Musk and I had like 400 billion dollars or whatever he has, I think he has 400, 500 billion dollars, I would spend all of it to try to save my wife's life. No matter what, if I had to go to Mexico, like I'll give you an example, for $30,000, right? There's this place in Mexico that they say they have the cure for cancer. Now, I don't believe it. It's probably bullshit, right? But, whatever. A friend of mine sent me this link. You have to pay like $30,000. I'm just saying, I would do anything to save my wife's life. I'm like at desperate mode right now. I'm in desperate mode. I'll do anything. I would probably believe like a witch doctor at this point. If I was in like Africa, I'm just making a joke, right? And some friggin' voodoo like witch doctor came to me and he was like, "Look, you give me $10,000 and I have spell. I have voodoo. I might entertain that at this point because I am at such a desperate. I seriously, I know you think I'm a psycho, but I'm at such a desperate state to save my wife. I'll probably do anything, anything. The cancer that she has, ladies and gentlemen, you don't live that long with it. You don't live that long with it. I just want to be clear because I don't know if everybody understands this. This is something where without treatment, you could live 2, 3 months. What caused the cancer? It started off as breast cancer, brother. She got it through working at 9/11 during the attacks on the World Trade Center. She used to work at 2 World Trade Center. So God bless her. God bless my wife. God bless her. Keep her in your prayers. And like I said, anybody who would like to do a little extra and help our family in our greatest time of need, the $ Richard Lavoy, that's my Cash App. You'll see the comment is pinned with Angie. $RICHARD, L as in Larry, E as in Edward, V as in Victor, O as in Oreo, I as in Idaho. I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams. I'm going to probably be ending this one right now, but don't worry because I'm going to probably be back in 10 minutes. I just want to take a little break because I don't know, I'm a little sad right now. It's hard for me, honestly, it's hard for me to talk for a long period of time. I'm very depressed. I'm very down. I'm very heartbroken. I just want to get her home. That's all I want to do. I wish she was here right now. They're not even treating her anymore at the hospital for the cancer. So it's like, what the FUCK is she doing there, right? Get my wife off the effing ventilator. She has a short life. Get her home. But with these mother effers in the ICU, everything has to be a certain way before they'll take someone off a ventilator. That she has to be breathing right for a while before they'll take her off. So I'm not sure when that's going to be, but just keep praying for her and also pray hopefully that she won't throw up like she did the last time and that she won't aspirate and we could just get her back on some kind of oxygen. The bypass, that's the non-invasive ventilator. They put the mask over your nose and your mouth, and then slowly but surely, they wean her down to just maybe a nasal oxygen. So that's where we're at. I want to expedite this process. I want to happen. The girl doesn't have that. So I got to tell these doctors to get tomorrow. I got to reiterate, but they don't care. It's again everything with them has got to be by the book. I just feel like telling her she doesn't have a long life. Doctors like, what are we doing here? You gonna keep her on a ventilator for another year? Like, what are we talking about? So they wanted to do this trach. They wanted to put like a hole in my wife's throat. They wanted to connect this tube to her throat and then connect it to a ventilator because they were just saying, oh, it's uncomfortable that your wife has all this stuff in her mouth, the tubes, and this way we could take it out. And if she needs more time with the ventilator, I'm like, listen, they want to ship it to another facility. It's going to take another month to a month and a half to heal on that thing. Nah, no thanks. My wife doesn't have all this time. These people don't understand. I want to get her home. I just want to get her home. And the thing is, if I could get her home and I could discharge her from the hospital, maybe there's a way I could get her some kind of treatment. Because see, if you do something on like an outpatient basis, there's a possibility I could do something. We'll see. But I don't want to get too far ahead. We got to get her off the ventilator. That's number one. We got to get her off the ventilator. Number two, hopefully she doesn't throw up. She doesn't aspirate. And then number three, get her home. And like I said, I love all of you. Thank you again for your support. Tyrone and Jamal, my grandfather, out of nowhere got pneumonia. The doctors eventually pulled the plug on him. It was such a difficult time. I'm sorry to hear that. First of all, God bless your family, Tyrone and Jamal. God bless your grandfather. Obviously, may he rest in peace, and my condolences to you and your family. And I am so sorry that you had to go through that. Nobody should go through that. It's just a horrible, horrible thing. And my heart goes out to you, and my heart goes out to your family. And I can relate, okay, because my wife has been dealing with pneumonia now for the past month, aspiration pneumonia, and it literally took all of the strength and wind. It took everything out of her body. I saw a girl a month ago who was talking, eating, drinking, walking, who can't do none of those things right now. So I know how powerful pneumonia is, and she has aspiration pneumonia. Thank you. A new quarter, a new name. I'm at a loss for words. Wishing you and your family all the best. I'm at a loss for words too. I know I'm talking a lot, but trust me, my heart is broken and I am in shock. Who's at the hospital with her? I've been at the hospital all day with her. My kids, we were just there. I spend a lot of time with her, but at some point, she has to sleep. At some point, even the people at the ICU, they get like upset at you, like the nurses, if you're there at certain hours, because they're like, she needs sleep, she needs rest. We were with her all day. Like I was with her from like 8 o'clock in the morning till like 4 o'clock. I drove home and I picked up the kids from school and took them right back to see her until like 9:30. And another thing is the kids have school, so obviously they can't be there all night. So I had to drive them home. Roadrunner, how you doing, American Roadrunner? How's my wife doing? I mean, that's the $1 million question, right? I would like to say she's doing great, but she's still on a ventilator, brother. 15 days. Don't want the doctors doing something while you're not there. I don't know really what that means. They're not going to do anything to her. Like, what are you talking about, man? They can't pull the plug if that's what you're referring to. They can't do nothing like that without my consent, and I would never give consent on that. My wife is a fighter, and I love her. So I'm not really sure what you're saying with that comment there, brother. I mean, doctors are not listen. They don't want to get sued for malpractice. Believe me, they're not going to do anything without a family member's consent. They may not want to treat my wife with cancer, but they're not going to do anything crazy if that's what you're thinking. I mean, this is a very respectable hospital. They're not going to, do anything crazy. I really don't know what you mean by that. Thank you, American Roadrunner. But like I said to all of you, God bless all of you. God bless your families. If anybody would like to help me out and my family out during the most difficult time, yes, that is my Cash App, American Roadrunner. Just put it up for me. Thank you. Someone's coming here making joke, is a fight between vegans considered beef? That's actually pretty funny. But I'm just not really in the right spirits for jokes. Forgive me. Just dealing with a lot. My wife on a ventilator, dealing with cancer in the hospital. My head's not really into humor right now, but that was kind of funny, I do admit. Anybody, again, who would like to help my family out during a very difficult time, American Roadrunner was very kind to post, my Cash App, as well as Angie. That's the pinned comment. $ Richard Lavoy. That's kind of like my tip jar. In exchange, I'm a piano player. I'm going to write you a beautiful song on the piano. I'm going to write something called the Thank You Song. It's a beautiful jazz blues composition. I'm going to upload a short video giving you a major shout out and dedicating that song to your good deed, as well as a celebration of my wife's life. Thank you, American Roadrunner. I appreciate those kind words. Please help this family out in need for a loved one. Listen, you know, I understand everybody's got their own problems and everybody's got their own gotses. And if you could do it, you could do it. If you can't, I get it. I understand. We're not talking a lot of help here. Like I said, it could be $1. It could be $2, $3. It's an entertainment tip through the Cash App, the $ Richard Lavoy, $RICHARDLEVOI. Like I said, for a small dollar. I mean, we're not talking big bucks here. We're not talking big bucks. I will make a beautiful song. I write it. It's called the Thank You Song. It's a jazz composition, a blues composition, original music. I'm a piano player. I'm going to upload a video for you. And I'm going to give you a big thank you, a big shout out. And I'm going to really do this from the bottom of my heart that you've helped my family in need. So it's something hopefully you would consider. Tyrone and Jamal AMC goes to the moon, huh? You never know, right? I still got my Apefather shirt on here. You know, ow, AMC to Pluto. Never lose hope, right? Not financial advice, though. Not financial advice. Remember, I'm not a financial planner. So I'd like to say I'm an entertainer, but not when it comes to my wife, unfortunately. I always say that. I'm the world's greatest entertainer, but unfortunately, this is not a joke. I wish it was. I wish none of this was true. But my wife does, in fact, have this very rare cancer. Only 5% of people with cancer have has the type of cancer my wife has. This is so effing hard to believe. It's so rare. Currently, there's no cure for this cancer. But I just want to prolong her life if possible. You know, I'd like to see her live a year if possible. That would be a beautiful thing. But right now, my wife currently has not received any treatment. It's heartbreaking because the current hospital she's in, you know, they think she's too critically ill. They don't want to treat her. You know, they're all shooting down every possibility of hope for my wife. That's why I want to get her the FUCK out of this place. Get my wife off the ventilator. Let's go. Get her on an oxygen mask and let me get her home. Like soon. Hopefully very soon. This is very scary. It's just that every day that goes by, I feel like I don't know how much time we have left. You know, she's not getting any treatment. It's like you can't really even rush these mother effing doctors because they have protocols. Everything is protocols. Everything is protocols. They're like, well, she's not ready yet. They have these different modes on the ventilator. She has to go down to their lowest mode, breathe on her own with very, very minimal, very little ventilator support before they consider weaning her off, you know, getting her off the ventilator. What about state-of-the-art treatment in Germany? I would consider anything. But again, now you're getting into a financial cost area. You see what I'm trying to say? You see, you asked me before about things that might cost money, right? Well, that's certainly one of them. That's certainly one of you just hit the bullseye right there. Ding, 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 ding. You hit the bullseye right there. All of this then comes down to money now. You know, taking her to like I said in Mexico, right? They have a treatment that costs around $30,000. Again, this is not something covered by insurance. This would be holistic, but at this point, you know, I'm willing to give anything a shot. You know, but again, it's all about you can sing your ass off. Thank you, America Roadrunner. God bless you. I'm a piano player though. That's my main thing. Really don't consider myself a singer, but thank you very much. God bless you. But like I'm saying, that you just hit the bullseye on something right there that is not covered by insurance, and that could be maybe a help to my wife. So I'm just like I said, I'm looking to do whatever I could do to help her, anything to help her. And like I said, if anybody wants to do something good from their heart, an entertainment tip, okay, on my Cash App, you'll see the comment is pinned with Angie right there. $ Richard Lavoie, $RiChardleV as Victor OI. You also see Stream Elements right there. The comment, it says my Cash App, the $ Richard Lavoie. Like I said, it could be a very small entertainment tip, $1, $2, $3, whatever your heart desires, $4, $5. And in exchange, I will write the thank you song for you. I'm going to upload a short video on my YouTube channel, giving a big shout out to you and dedicating a song I write on the piano, a jazz blues instrumental piano piece just for you to celebrate your good deed and to celebrate my wife's life. But with that said, good night. I will be back soon. Just going to relax a little bit. I, I I feel like even going to see my wife again right now, but they do give you a hard time. Even though it is 24 hours, you can visit your loved one. But when you start getting there, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock. The nurses start breaking your bowls. They start breaking your balls. They're like, you know, you gotta let your wife sleep. You know, she should. I don't want her engaged at this hour. They do break your balls a little bit. But anyway, God bless your wife. America Roadrunner says thank you. She is very strong-willed. She is strong-willed woman, strong-willed lady. She is very strong-willed. I will tell you that. I love you too, America Roadrunner. God bless you. God bless your family. I love you, Angie. Tyrone Jamal, I love you. Have a great night. Everybody here, have a wonderful night. Um, you know, Shell, Blue Boat, thank you for subscribing. We got Ava. got Love Light. I love Love Light. God bless you. Moon Boots. Thank you, Manuel. God bless you. V for Victory for my wife, and V for Victory for all of you. I wish all of you nothing but the best of health, the best of happiness, and the best of success. And please pray for my wife, Jennifer. I wish my wife, Jennifer, all the best of health, happiness, and success. Please, God, watch over her. Help her get over this cancer. Help her get over pneumonia. Help her get off this ventilator safe. God bless her with no aspiration. Please, God, in the name of the Father, of the Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you. God bless all of you. I will be back soon. And most of my content, as you all know, is just typically about my wife now. I'm sorry, but that's just where my head's at. That's it. All my videos are about my wife. Amen. Because that's just the way it's got to be right now for me. It just is a way for me. This is like my therapy. It's a way for me to vent to all of you. And I feel better afterwards. I actually feel better after doing a live stream, maybe because I'm venting. I'm letting out the pain. And you are all my family. I love all of you, my best friends, and in a way, my therapist. God bless all of you. Thank you for your support.